Here we are asked to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form, so y equals mx plus b for each of the situations. So here we're told that the equation has to have a slope of -5. So we know that the slope goes in front of the x in this form. So we're going to put -5 instead of the m. And then it tells us that the y-intercept is 0, 1. So what that means is our graph crosses at 0 and then up 1. So right here is where our graph is going to intersect the y-axis. So we know that this number right here, this 1, is the number that represents the b in our equation. So this number here is b, so plus 1. So there was absolutely no work that was needed to be shown for this problem. They just gave us the two values and we just put it into our equation. Okay, if we take a look at part C says, write an equation for a vertical line with an x-intercept of -4, 0. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture. So a vertical line, so here's a vertical line, and it goes through -4, 0. So it asks, what is that equation there? Well, that x value right here is -4. That means every point on this line has to go over to -4. All the x values of these points are all -4. So all the x's are going to be -4. So the equation is going to be x equals -4. Remember in class that we talked about, this is how I remember it, that if you have a vertical line, the equation is not going to have y equals mx plus b. You're not going to have the y and the x in the equation. As you could see, this does not have the y. Okay? Well, I remember that a vertical line just has the x, because when I look at an x, the top of the x makes a V for vertical. So that's how I easily remember that the equation here is x equals, and whatever number the line goes through. Okay, this time we have a horizontal line, so again, I'm going to draw a picture. 0, 12. Right here. So horizontal line. So a horizontal line is not going to have a y equals mx plus b. You're not going to have the y and the x in the equation. So here it goes through at 12. It intersects the y-intercept here, or the y-axis here. So in an ordered pair here, that means that every point here goes up to 12. Every point here goes up to 12. So all these points have a y value of 12. So that is our equation, y equals 12. Now, the other way to do this is the slope of a horizontal line is 0. And then you could plug in a point. So you can plug in this point here. So x is 0 and y is 12. And then you would have gotten that b was 12 that way. So then you would have just had y equals 0x plus 12. Well, 0x means there is no x. 0 times x is 0. So you would just get y equals 12.